Thank you, everybody. My name is Garret Nathan. I'm the founder of the Better Days Foundation. We're an environmental 501c3 based in Florida. We do the world record beach and intercoastal cleanups. Uh, we did our last cleanup December 10th. We did 130 miles in a single day. To this point, we've done 550 miles in 3 years, cleaned over 30,000 pounds of garbage. So you can kind of see how we see the need to kind of make this into a global mission and to create a global change. The way we thought the best way to do that is through Web3. To me, the Web3 space and Web3 technologies kind of create a world without borders and give us an opportunity to be able to help kind of tackle the world's problems in a single group, if you will. So we started out with a couple of things. We started with our Web3 project is our NFT package. It's called our garbage NFTs. What that is a 3D slice of the ocean. It basically highlights the different types of pollution that we find within the ocean, whether it be plastic bags, bottles, fishing lines, things like that. We've added different attributes to that to make them unique, including fish, sharks, things like that, other things, to the kind of things that you'd see in the ocean. So that's kind of what our first project is. What that is we'll actually directly fund our beach cleanups and our intercoastal cleanups. A couple of very cool things about this, and things I don't think many people are doing with our NFT projects, is that we're creating our own plastic credits. Right now, people are talking about minting fees and carbon offsetting the minting fees. So what we're doing is actually creating our own plastic tokens based off of our beach cleanups. So every 2 pounds of garbage removed from our environment will create another plastic credit. That'll help us actually reduce the CO2 emissions from our minting. The other cool thing that we're doing is our animator, the guy who created these, created a brand new technology for us. What that is we could take our NFTs and actually turn them into virtual reality so they're sitting in your living room. I know right now you could say, yeah, most people have done that already. We could actually live stream content through it. So we could actually take that and then live stream either a panel discussion, a beach cleanup, a concert, whatever it may be. We could actually live stream content through that NFT at that point. The other really cool thing that we're doing to kind of help further our goal of creating a global impact is creating our own token economy. It's going to be on the Bitcoin economy, and basically what that is, it's the first of its kind Bitcoin that will only be given away to volunteers for the volunteer efforts. You can't actually buy the tokens. The only way to get them in this first market is through volunteer efforts. There's no investors in this, so there's no such thing as a rug pull or investors wanting money back or anything like that. This is a strictly sponsor-driven project. With that, we're creating our own AI brain and learning mechanism. What that's going to do is actually work with our app that we're creating, and it'll actually be able to start learning as the volunteers go around and start scanning the pieces of garbage that they find. The machine learning in the background will actually start taking these images and making a database with you, if you will, out of them. So as it's going, it'll start learning and be able to say, okay, you picked up another bottle, that bottle's worth 1 point. That bottle's worth 2 points. By the end of the collection, it'll actually be able to tell running totals how many bottles were picked up by each person, give totals on the amount of bottles picked up the entire beach cleanup, really start to give us some data back to us that can help us really shape the beach cleanups and help us go after some of these companies that are actually doing the damage and say, look, this is what we found on your beaches. We found 75 Lay's bags and 45 different Coors Light bottles. How about helping us out? Do something to help fix the problem. So it really does start to help us create a database to hold some of these companies not accountable because it's not their fault, but to say this is your products that are affecting our environment. What can you do to help us with it? So that's kind of what we're doing with that. The other thing that I think was doing was really cool is we have something called our League of Artists. Our League of Artists is a group of 26 artists right now from around the world. What they're doing is helping us really start to create a global impact that we keep on talking about and we want to do. They've created either a single NFT for us or a series of NFTs, and those will be auctioned off at some of our charity art auctions that we'll have coming up in the next probably 6 months to a year. What we're doing with those and going to the motto of our foundation, which is Be the Spark, is we want to try and help encourage other people to create change and help fund other projects to do that as well. So we've encouraged all the artists to help select a secondary charity foundation or organization in their country or area that they'd like to actually get some of the money back to. So we're splitting the proceeds with their artist work back to the other secondary organization. And so we're covering all the marketing costs, all the upfront costs, all the show costs, anything like that. 50% of the profits just go back to this other organization. Personally, I found that at least for us, in the 3 years that we've been going in the United States, it's been very hard to get funding for projects, even simple things like beach cleanups. So if we could help fund other projects that I'm sure are having even more of a problem and more of a tough time getting funding in other countries, by simply doing what we're doing here already, that's kind of what we do. Our motto again is be the spark, and that's what we're trying to do, is help kind of create a global change around the world. With the art, we've actually now created our own art collective. You'll start to hear about that probably in the next couple of months. It's called the Better Days Art Collective. I've teamed up with Redwood Art Group. I was just at New York Art Expo, just up here, actually, last week. I was talking on their panel. I'm going out to San Diego for the Art Expo in November, and then back down to Basel. So we're doing a series of events throughout that as well. Also help highlighting the fact that we're really starting to use art and technology to create a global change around the world. This art collective is basically what it is a group of artists that have come together to say, you know what, number one, we're going to start creating more sustainable artwork in a more sustainable way, but we also, we care about the environment, and we're going to do our part to help, whether that be helping with marketing, helping with funding through the charity events, donating artwork, whatever that happens to be. So basically we're starting, it's a group of content creators, artists, digital, physical, all kind of with the same like-mindedness that the Better Days Foundation already has, just to kind of keep moving everything forward and say, this is what we're doing. Please join us. Please be a part of it. Come be the spark with us and help save the world. Thank you guys very much. My name is Garret Nathan. My foundation is Better Days Foundation. www.betterdays.foundation. Super simple, no .com or anything. It's just .foundation. And you guys have a great day. Enjoy the rest of your conference.